Ending 5 weeks in the captivity of separatist fighters in the Manu division of the southwest region of Cameroon, the 5 priests, Father Elias Okori, Father Barnabas Ashu, Father Cornelius Jingwa, Father Jacob Francis Nwebegu, Father Emmanuel Saba, the Reverend Sister Jacinta Odega, an assistant catechist in Kem Patrick Osan, with 2 other Christians, Blanche Brides and Madame Kelechuku, finally regained their freedom in a 45-second video circulated on October 19. On social media, the abductees were seen pleading with the Catholic Church to secure their release. Father Jingwa, one of the abductees in the video, revealed their miserable condition and pleaded with Bishop Aloysius Fondong Bangalo to do everything to secure their release. Meantime, circumstances surrounding their freedom is still unclear. However, the Catholic Church had refused it will pay the ransom demanded by the abductors. In a short video, the released priests say their abductors did not take any ransom and that they were treated well. It is also unclear if they were obliged by abductors to make these statements. It should be remembered they were abducted. That was September 16, 2022 in Chang, in the Manfi Diocese Manu division of the southwest region of the country, by armed men suspected to be separatist fighters who set ablaze the St. Mary Catholic Church. And here in the Littoral region, the economic capital Douala, we take you to the Lakentini Hospital to show you the deplorable condition of some patients who have been retained by the hospital staff over unpaid bills. The patients are pleading for help. Details in this report by our reporter Anabila.
These ladies, about 10 of them, are being kept here at the Lakentini Hospital. Most of them nursing mothers, so they are retained because it's been difficult for them to clear off their hospital bills. This woman has been here for 5 months, even after more than half of her debt has been paid. I gave birth through a C-section. I have paid a greater part of my bills. My problem is that I can't eat well. My baby also can't feed well. I also left other kids at home. In another word, young women kept here include students. This young girl explains she was hospitalized months back with a bill of 700,000 francs. Her parents have paid part, but 150,000 is still unsettled. She has to stay here until all the bill is cleared.
Ce que je pouvais payer, il reste le reste c'est 150 000. Donc maintenant ils m'ont redonné ici à cause d'une facture de 150 000.
Retaining patients in hospitals, especially public hospitals, over unpaid bills is strictly forbidden by the Ministry of Public Health. The act is against social justice and the vision of the Health Ministry. In 2019, Dr. Manauda Malashi insisted patients in public hospitals who can't pay their bills should be allowed to go. Équinoxe television got in contact with the administration of the Lakentini Hospital, but they declined responding to the accusations.
The resources or forest resources are being exploited, but no development follows. This is the complaint raised by the population of Babong in the Mongo division of the Littoral region. They expressed this frustration, indicating that foreign companies keep exploiting their forest resources, but are not doing anything to develop their locality. Details with Malak Glory.
Babong, a locality in the Mongo division of the Littoral region, is rich in forest resources but poor in social amenities. According to the locals, this forest for several years has been exploited by national and international companies without contributing to the development of the community.
Need is for this enterprise to bring in a little bit of development into their villages by fixing their roads, giving them a little bit more infrastructures, having projects that have to give them potable waters and also other amenities in their schools and in their hospitals.
Despite the lack of infrastructures, the said companies continue to exploit the forest. The locals would have none of it. They are putting up a stiff resistance against a forest exploiter who just arrived the village.
Et je vois qu'on n'a pas profité grand-chose.
The Babong people are suffering. We don't have good roads. We are cut off from the rest of the world.
Alors que nous sommes presque à 21 km de notre arrondissement, le chef de notre arrondissement, Loum.
Babong villagers, mostly farmers, say they can't transport their product to town due to the bad roads. The local authorities want the exploiting companies to collaborate with the population and make better their living conditions.
Some members of the Aqua Royal family wanting Zika Luis to step down or to stop presiding over traditional matters. They do not recognize him as the legitimate king of the Aqua clan. It should be remembered that Zika Luis was enthroned following the order passed by the senior divisional officer for the Wori division. But according to another faction of the Aqua Royal family, this was against the normal procedures that needed to be respected, that it was supposed to be an order from the Prime Minister. Details in this report compiled by Lucy Liango.
Some natives of Aqua in Douala are discontented. They complain the designation of the current chief, Dindindika Louis, is against their tradition.
The royal family, the Bonadika family, has already chosen one of his sons, who is Mr. Jean-Pascal Ngandwe Bongakwa, as the paramount chief of our village. But the problem is that another person has been imposed by some peoples because of their administrative position and trying to give the impression that this guy who is not chosen by the royal family, the king of Aqua. This is all the problem. We have one person who is chosen by the family and another one who is chosen by some elites.
According to the notables, the appointment of Dindindika Louis is in opposition to Decree number 77-245 of July 15, 1977.
The Bonadika family has respected the tradition. The law is there. The royal family has respected the law, but some people wanted to violate this law.
The notables add that the designation of Chief Dindika Louis has not been official and he has not been presented to the population.
We have made a statement to the Minister of Territorial Administration. We are waiting what will be taken as a decision. But we are sure that the law is with us.
However, the camp of Chief Dindika Louis says their choice is because a chief's son is supposed to be the successor, while the notables of Bonaleke say they are waiting for the law to take its course.
Neurologists in Africa are calling on their governments to join them better address neurological disorders which is affecting a good number of the population. In the course of a congress that group neurologists in Africa, they outlined the limited number of neurologists are available and the high treatment cost. Immaculate Fogwe tells us more.
According to health experts, neurological disorders account for 25% death rates in Cameroon. However, early diagnosis and management of the disease can save many lives.
So neurological disease is any kind of disease that affects the nervous system. So that's the brain, the spinal cord, and the peripheral nerves. The most common ones that everybody knows of is stroke, epilepsy, pain. Headaches are very common and they can be quite debilitating, and infections that affect the nervous system.
Despite being a public health concern, several African countries, including Cameroon, have few trained neurologists. Cameroon, for example, has just 25 neurologists to handle over 25 million inhabitants, a number which is far below the required standard recommended by the World Health Organization.
The biggest challenge is that there are so few of us, and the tools that we need to practice effectively are hard to get and often very expensive, which means that the people who have neurological disease have challenges, one, finding us because there are so few of us, and when they do get us, some of the things that they need in terms of medication, tests, investigations are often beyond their means.
The third joint congress that grouped neurologists from different African countries has as objective to work hand in glove with governments so as to make their services more accessible and affordable.
And now in sports, the victory dust is yet to settle in the camp of Bambutos Football Club of Bunda in the West region as the players and fans still jubilate and whisper from ear to ear the 1-0 win over Coton Sport of Garoua in the first ever Super Cup that played yesterday in the nation's political capital, Yaoundé. Bambutos of Bunda became the pioneer winners of the first ever Cameroon Champions Trophy. A 1-0 defeat slammed Coton Sport of Garoua, allowing the Mangwa boys lift their first ever major trophy in 56 years of existence. To the Mangwa boys, the remake match Saturday, October 22nd was an occasion to correct their wrongs and revenge the 0-1 loss to Coton Sport of Garoua in the 2022 Cameroon Cup final a few weeks ago. It should be reminded the Super Cup trophy is the first of its kind in Cameroon and involved the league winners and the cup winners. And that's the end of this 8 p.m. bilingual newscast on Equinoxe Television. Thanks so much for watching. To have a splendid evening. Christine Babanda, bonsoir à vous aussi.
Have a great night, evening you too, Innocent Hazard. Et à vous qui nous recevez, passez une agréable soirée au nom de toute l'équipe d'Equinoxe Télévision.